Today I'm going to show you how easy it is to make a very simple pasta. And if you've never made pasta before, you're going to be amazed how easy this is. Grab all of your flour, just get it all in there. All of your water, that's salt, and your egg. And that's it. So I'm just going to set up my stand mixer. I'll be back in 1 second. I'm going to get my little paddle. I want to use my paddle attachment for this recipe. I'll bring my bowl up, and now we're just going to simply mix on speed number 1. And I'm just going to let this go, and we'll just watch as it all starts coming together. I just want it to go a little bit more. Perfect, and that's it. So we'll just remove it. Get my machine out of the way. Pull it all out. You can see the bowl is relatively clean. Now we'll just get all of this off. Okay, I've just zoomed in. You can see we've got a nice little yellow tint going on, and that's because of the egg yolk that was in our recipe. And at this point, you can just knead it a little bit. And I don't want to use any flour on this. I don't want to make this dough any drier than it is. So all I'm doing here is just kneading it a little bit. And that's good like that. And at this point, we need our dough to rest. So I'm going to wrap this in plastic wrap, and then we're going to pop it in the fridge for a couple of hours. So I'll grab my plastic wrap. We'll just get it on there. And now we want to pop that into the fridge, just to let it relax. If we didn't put our dough in the fridge to relax and we started trying to roll this out right away, the dough would actually start contracting, and that's not what I want. So this is a few hours later, and my dough has nicely relaxed. We'll just open it up here. And I'm going to get a little bit of flour. This is just all-purpose flour. Lightly dust it. Grab a bench scraper. I'm just going to cut that in half. So I have my KitchenAid mixer ready to go. I'm going to grab my little attachment. This just simply slides into the top. I'm going to turn this little fastening bolt, just lock that in, and we are ready to go. And to start off, I have my roller attachment set to the widest setting. I'm just going to grab a little bit of my dough. I'm going to start my machine just at speed number 1. And I'm not sure if the camera can pick this up, but the gear system in here, it's turning the 2 little wheels or rollers that are here. Then I'm just going to simply take my dough, and you just feed it through, and you can see it coming out here. I can just roll it or rub it in a little bit more flour, and I'll roll it through again at the same setting. Just like that. And you'll always want to keep your pasta well floured so that it doesn't stick in your machine. And then what I'm going to do is, so it's at number 1 here. Now to make it a little bit thinner, I'm just going to go to number 2. I'll start the machine again. And right through. So every time you change that setting, your pasta is getting thinner and thinner. That's good. It's all personal preference. If you want to pass it through the machine 1 or 2 times at the same setting, it doesn't matter. There we have it. And maybe I'll go 1 more, because right now it's getting pretty thin. What are we at here? So I'll go number 3. Just want to have a little bit of flour. Make sure it doesn't stick. And here we go. And look at this really nice pasta now. And I could actually go a little bit thinner if I wished, so I'll do 1 more. It all depends on your personal preference. Always make sure that you do have a little bit of flour on it. I'm just getting a little bit of flour. It's good. And now we'll go through one last time. And there we have it. You can see how long this is. So let me just change my camera angle just to show you this a little bit better. So you can see, just using a half of that dough that we made, how much pasta you get. I'm just going to measure this for fun. We're talking about 21 inches, and this doesn't really matter. It's about 5 inches wide right there. The attachment that I'm going to use today is for fettuccine noodles, and that's this one here. This one here is to make spaghetti, which is much, much thinner. So I've got my KitchenAid attachment ready to go. I'm just going to get a little bit of flour down. There are no adjustments on this, so you want to make sure that your pasta is well floured because you don't want it getting stuck in the machine. Just make sure it's all covered. And if you're worried about getting too much flour on your pasta, you can use a little pastry brush to take off the excess. I think that looks good. Feels good. And I'm going to turn on the machine. Speed number 1. And we're just going to slowly start feeding this into the machine. And there we have it. Magic. Turn it off, and here we have our fresh pasta. And if you're ready to use this right away, you're going to get your water boiling, lots of salt, and then just pop it right in. But look at that nice amount of fresh pasta. When you look at the low cost of ingredients that we used in our recipe versus the high cost of fresh pasta in your grocery store, you'll want to start using this recipe all the time. One last note before I go, for those who want to know, this one little recipe made 253 grams. So that's it for this really fast video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe if you wish. I really do appreciate that. That's it, and I'll see you next time. And please subscribe to my BakeLikeAPro YouTube channel, and also click that notification bell to be alerted every time I upload a brand new video. If you made it this far, thank you very much for watching. On the screen now, you can choose a video to watch, or you can also click and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And thank you once again for taking time out of your day to watch my video. I really appreciate it.